Okay, everyone, we're going to start with section. And you'll notice I have a piece of graph paper, which would be definitely helpful. Oh, function notation, I just said a vocab term, didn't I? Function. That's when you get a yellow out, right? Function notation. And we're going to work on looking at graphing vertical lines, but we're going to really focus on this whole idea of this vertical line. We're going to really work on standard form. Okay, standard form of an equation, okay, of a linear equation. And we're going to use intercepts, but standard form looks like this: ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c, friends, A, B, and C are just numbers. Those are coefficients, okay? And so this is standard form, and I'm going to show you how to actually graph when it's in standard form. So we're going to start out with the easiest ones to graph, and these are just going to be a plain Jane horizontal and vertical line, okay? So we're going to start out with the first one. We're going to look at a horizontal line. Okay, now horizontal means, you know, you're laying down, right? Going left and right. So a horizontal line is going to be one that is parallel to the x-axis, okay? But the important thing is that it actually is the formula y is equal to whatever number that it seems to hit on the y-axis. So in this case, I'm going to use my markers to highlight this, so the horizontal. Okay, so in this case, my answer here would be, now I could use y or I could use f of x if I wanted. Let me put that down because it is function notation, right? So I am going to use, this is y is equal to 1, 2. Y is equal to 2, okay? Now, I want to do the other way, okay? So a vertical line, okay, is just that. I'm going to go vertical, okay? And so in this case, it actually is x is equal to some number, not f of x, but x, okay? Because I'm going to go through, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do this one, okay? Okay, and in this case, my answer would be x is equal to, let's see, 1, 2, negative 2. X is equal to negative 2, okay? You know, surprisingly, these are the easiest to graph, yet these are the ones that kids struggle with the most, okay? All right, come on over here and you try. Okay. Now notice, before I go any farther, notice what that point is here. That's 0, 2, isn't it? The x is 0, but the y is 2. What would this point be right here? Well, that would be negative 2, comma, 0. Huh. So the 0 switches spots. Isn't that weird? Okay. All right, well, you try it. I'm gonna see if you paid attention. X is 3. And then I want you to graph the line y is equal to negative 5. Okay, so I'm going to use my green marker here for my x, and here is my pink marker for my y. All right, so stop the video and you can give it a try. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the y-axis. I'm going to draw my horizontal line, okay? And 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to draw my vertical line. All here's my vertical line. So hopefully that worked out well for you. Okay, so now we're going to get into actually working on graphing linear equations. So I might end up using a couple sheets of paper here. Okay, so graphing an equation when it's in standard form. Okay, graphing using intercepts. Okay, so graphing using the whole idea of these concepts here. You know, we can have just a line that runs like this and one that just runs horizontally or vertically, right? That is fine. But we also can use that whole idea to be able to graph in standard form, okay? Where it crosses the x-axis and where it crosses the y-axis, okay? So for example, we're going to use this one. 3x plus 4y is equal to 12, okay? So this is in standard form because both x and y are on the same side. So if you stop and look up here, remember when we were on the x-axis, remember that our points go x and y, right? So when I go through the x-axis, my y is 0. So you know what? We're going to use something called the cover-up method. Because if I plug 0 in for y, well, 0 times anything is 0. So it's like it doesn't even exist. Can you solve that for me? Sure. Divide by 3, and x is 4. So when I go to my graph, okay, go to, on the x-axis, go to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and put your dot. Okay, right there. Okay, so it's the equivalent of if I were to just cover it up just like this. That's one of my favorite things to do. Okay, friends, now if I'm looking at the y, look who's 0 at the y. Oh, the x. So let me show you how I would do this with just my cover-up method. So I take my finger and I go back to my original equation. And what do I get? 4y equals 12. So it's the equivalent of taking 3 times 0 plus 4y equals 12. It's like you get rid of it. Well, divide by 4 on each side, and y is 3. All right, friends, so you take that 3, and you go and put that on the y-axis, okay? Because you just found the y-axis. 1, 2, 3. Here I am. And guess what? Then you take your handy-dandy ruler, and you draw your line. Done. Cool. That is one of my favorite ways to actually graph, okay? Makes things so much easier. I don't have to do anything. I can just go right ahead and graph. All right, are you ready? All right. I have 2 that I want you to practice with. Okay. All right, so let's try this one. Are you ready? So if I want to find my place on the x-axis, I have to cover up the y. All right, what's the equation I'm left with? 2x equals 4. All right, friends, divide by 2. X is 2. Put 2 on the x-axis. There you go. Okay. Now, I want to find my y. Well, when it's on the y-axis, the x is 0. So be careful. Don't cover up that negative. So I'm left with negative y is equal to 4. Divide by a negative 1. So y is a negative 4. Take that negative 4. I didn't color code, did I? Take that negative 4 and put it on the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Take your ruler and connect the two. Done. All right. Last one to practice. All right, here we go. If I want to find on the x-axis, I want to cover up the y. Ooh, well that was easy. X is equal to -9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you know what? I don't want to go. How about I go by twos? Would that be all right? 2, 4, 6, 8. There's -9, so I went by twos. Okay. And here we go. If I want to find something on the y, I'm going to cover up this. So 3y is equal to -9. Divide by 3, and we get a -3. 1, 2, 3. Pink. And graph your line. That's it. I know, right? Pretty cool, huh? All right, I will have another video that's separate on just story problems, okay? That's all for now. Thanks.